All right, hey, what's going down, everybody? Hopefully, hopefully this is good sounding wise. Anyway, this is gonna be the start of the Atlanta Braves franchise, I guess you could call it, here on OOTP number 18. As you can see, I've got it all set up here. Chipper Jones, that's gonna be me. Gonna try to take this team to the top. Currently going through a rebuild. Um, so hopefully we can pull it out here and finish the job that Hart, I believe, is the GM of the Braves IRL. And so let's not waste any more time here. We're going to just turn on cannot be fired, as I don't want the stupid owner. The owner goals in this game aren't really too great, so cannot be fired. I don't want to be fired for some stupid reason. So Atlanta Braves, start it up. So this is going to be just an overview, gonna show the team, the farm system, and then gonna go through my settings and stuff. So let's just do that right quick. Yeah, all this, player ratings, I only change, I do this, Just because I know I want to show my settings, because people always say, oh, what are your, or at least, I always want to know what people play on, because it is important. I do keep the goals on. I think it is cool to see, like, what the owner goals are, but I just turn on can't be fired, so that way it doesn't really matter. Nothing over here, players in face gen, a couple things here. So once this shit loads, it takes a little bit while. You can see already off to a great start here. Not in the optimal setup, but it works. Injury frequency I just turned down to low. Suspensions I turned down to low. All this, yeah. Over here, I have played around with this in the past. I'm just going to leave it on default for now, except this. I'm going to just change to 90. Okay. Yep, all that. Player pictures, this is just all preference, but I like to just do Major League players. It only adds a little bit more life. And baseball cards, I don't really have any use for that, so I turn that off, and that's it for that. Trading difficulty, we're going to bump up to hard. And I just leave all that the same, nothing here. League settings, nothing there. League and teams, nothing there. Rules, I do change something here, I believe. All this is the same. All that is the same. I do allow draft pick trading. What else? There's one more thing, I believe. No, I guess not. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, no. Trading of recently drafted players, I just leave on. It doesn't really matter to me. I have had that on in the past, but it doesn't, allow trading of injured players. It doesn't, it kind of messes things up a little bit, so nothing here and here. The only thing I change is reliever wins Cy Young, and I change all this to the actual name. So see if I can type Silver Slugger Award. Oh, not too far. Gold Glove Award. I don't like the relievers winning the Cy Young. I don't think it should happen. And it happens quite a bit in OOTP, at least in 17 it did. Yep, okay. Influence of popularity, I turn to none. I just want the best players to be in there. And that's that. Players, nothing there. Historical. Stats, I don't believe there's anything there. And then team settings. Actually, this isn't what I wanted. It was manager settings, right? No. Control. Here we go. I still have no clue where everything is in this. So, promotions and demotions. Oh, Capalella and Hart. They're the tandem there. I guess they have Capo. I don't know how to pronounce it as the GM in this. Minor league managers, GM, setting budgets. Just, I don't care about that. And everything else. Okay. And just turn this off to let the game flow a little bit better. Okay. And I don't know where is it. Where is the dynamic evolution of the league? Where is that? Where is that at? Yeah, here you go. I do just turn everything. I don't mind some rules changing. I just don't want some of them to change. Like all this, I just don't want expansion, relocation, or any of this to happen. I just don't. I don't like that. Okay, so now that the boring stuff, I guess, is out of the way, let's take a look at the team. So apparently this is a new roster update. I'm not too sure. This is a new version of the game. It came out a couple days ago. I haven't played on it yet, but let's do it like this. Actually, no, let's do it like this. So, obviously, not much on the. Why the hell is Bartolo a reliever? That's a bit weird. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with. Actually, before I do all this, let me make sure I have a good scout. Highly favored tools. These are good ratings. I just usually he does have the outstanding for amateurs, so I'll trust this guy. I usually don't like tools. Highly favored tools. Actually, no. Is it tools that I like? I believe it's tools. So I'm gonna definitely trust this guy. Okay. So, Dickey, Fulte, Garcia, Teheran, Whistler. So apparently these ratings, our scout doesn't really like these guys. I personally like Whistler. I don't think he's a 20 overall pitcher. But and for some reason, Cologne is a reliever. So I don't know who's actually in the rotation in real life. I don't think. I think someone is hurt in real life, but I know that Cologne is a starter, and they have Chris Medlin still. Okay. Jacob Lindgren, Ryan Howard, Sean Rodriguez on the DL. Okay. So I mean, obviously, this year is probably going to be not a good year for the Braves. Kroll in the pen, Jim Johnson, one of the better closers in the league. Tyler Flowers, Kurt Suzuki, Freddie Freeman just got hurt over the weekend. Is the star, but hurt in real life, not in the game. But one of my favorite players in baseball. Brandon Phillips, Garcia, Rio Ruiz, who will probably get playing time over, what was this other guy's name? Adonis Garcia. Unless, yeah, we could platoon them to start, but don't really need to. Chase Peterson, Dansby Swanson, the other, I guess, real star of this team, at least in this game. I know he's struggling in real life, but I'm kind of torn. I like him in real life. I don't really necessarily like him in the game. I haven't seen him really put up good numbers in the game before, but he's got some good stats, some good traits. He can play shortstop. Bonifacio, Kemp. What's Kemp like in this game? I'm not too sure. He's decent. That's not what I wanted. I want to go to this. So he's still got. Oh God. 2 years after this, are you kidding? I know that's not like the Braves are just paying this, and the Padres, I believe, are paying a little bit as well. But damn, I'm not happy about that. I would love to move Kemp if I could. Highly doubt it'll, be easy. And then Inciarte, another one of my favorite players in real life, but not too great in the game. Those hitting ratings aren't the best. I would like the discipline to be a little bit higher. But he's got good avoid Ks. He should hit for a high average, you would hope. and he's pretty good defensively. So, and then Markakis, what's his contract like? One more year after this. I can live with Markakis for another year. Probably if I have like a timetable, be competitive by 2019, maybe. I don't know. Let's go to the minor leagues. Why is it? What? Where's like the screen that shows? Yeah, here you go. This is what I wanted. So, according to the game, anyway, Acuna is our top prospect. Okay, Ronald Acuna. I wouldn't say he's their top prospect in real life, but according to the game, anyway. I don't even see where the hell is their pitchers. Max Fried, only a 35. What? I thought Max Fried was a star, like a top prospect. I guess not in this game, right? Okay, Ian Anderson. So what I like to do is I like to just shortlist these guys so that way I can find them all and see how they're doing. Ozzy Albies, I've seen him do good in this game, so hopefully he develops the right way. He'll probably play second base. I don't know when. He's already in AAA apparently. We'll let him probably finish this whole season out in AAA, and because we do have Brandon Phillips who will probably play this season at least. Just want to shortlist the guys that I kind of care about here, like Allard. I don't really know who Austin Riley is too well. He's only 19, so probably should be just paying attention to the guys that are more MLB ready. Dustin Peterson. I don't think he'll turn out to be too good. Weagle. I mean, where's Fried? Put him on the short list as well. Toussaint, Blair, yeah, I believe Blair. I don't think he's on the team I'll put him on the 40 man because he has played with the team before, but his stats aren't too great. Apparently, he's got some good pitches, but I mean, when he was with the team last year, he wasn't very good. And I don't believe he's there currently. I don't know if they called him up recently. I don't believe so. And then Alex Jackson. Really? They have him. This is the guy they got from Seattle. Oh, wait, whoops. Let's go forward here. He was a pretty good player. He was a pretty high regarded prospect, I believe. He was like the top of the Mariners system at one point. Not very good in this game, though. All right. Well, I'm not too, I guess, happy with how this farm system is rated. I mean, there is a lot at the top, but not a lot of it is MLB ready. Albies is probably the closest. They have some good prospects. They're just not rated very high. Like, I know Fried in real life is one of their better players, one of their better prospects. But not in this, I guess. So, yeah, we'll make it work. I'm confident that we'll make it work here in Atlanta. I didn't even look at this yet. So our owner wants us to play close to 500 ball. I don't know how, how realistic that is. I know in real life the Braves are actually. I'm going to look it up here in a second. Their record's not terrible. I think they're still in second place in that division at the time of recording. Yeah, they're 18-23. That division's just a mess. But, that's technically second place. So, whatever. I'm not going to stress this stuff too much. If we just, make some good trades, make some good moves, I'm not going to be too worried about it. Acquire a power hitter. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. All this crap. All right. And one more thing I want to do in this video is look at the free agent pool. This might be considered cheating, but I don't really care. I want to get these guys that are here. that have good potential. As you can see, there's quite a few. Where is Robert? Louis Robert. I know that this roster isn't that updated. He was just signed by the White Sox yesterday or 2 days ago. Paco. Was that in a different save that he was with Atlanta? I think it was. I'm not going to sign him again. But Louis Robert was in this game. I saw him in a different save. Shit, where was I? Did I sign this guy already? Yeah, okay, so do this guy. So I'll search for him. Kelly Johnson, you don't need. I'm not going to go too crazy here, but I don't know. I have seen him in the free agent pool at the beginning here. Yeah, here he is. Was our scout just not like him? That's a bit weird. I don't know why, but I'll sign him up. And yeah, I should mention I didn't show like the creation of the game, but it's just the MLB. I have done like with the Japanese league and a few other leagues before, but I don't want the game to go slow, so that's why I'm doing it with just the MLB. Yeah, so that should do it for this video. I guess one thing we could do right now is just set this up. This isn't important really for the first season, but yeah, it's not too important here for the first season. You know, all this I don't really care. I just kind of want to get through this season as quick as possible. I'm not going to change much here, if anything. R.A. Dickey. And I'll just set Bartolo to be the emergency starter, I guess. So yeah, that'll do it for this video. Actually, wait, one more thing. I do want to just change the strategies real quick. Turn this down a little bit. I used to just put it all the way down. Or not all the way down, but like right to there. I'll put it up a little bit higher, though. Base running down a little bit. Hit and run, never. Sack bunt. Now, I don't usually control NL teams too much. I don't know if I turn this down all the way, will the pitcher still sack bunt if there's a guy on first or something? I hope. But I'll turn it down a little bit. Squeeze bunt, never. All this, just real quick. I don't usually do this. Go crazy with this, but infield in and shifts all the way up. Hook starters quickly, hook relievers quickly, favor the lefty righty, pinch hit for pitchers, sure, why not? Just put it, you know, you can change this if you want, but I just want to make sure like the key things are up, like infield shifts and some of this other stuff like lefty-righty matchups and hook starters. I like a quick hook. So yeah, that should do it for this video. We'll go to the home screen here to wrap up. Next video will probably be the draft all the way to international free agency. I want to get through this a little bit quick, so I'm not going to do like, you know, a straight sim of everything to show you guys. You're probably not gonna miss much. So we'll do the draft in the next video, international free agency in the next video, and then after that, trade deadline, and then that'll probably be the end. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next one, hopefully.